Now that we have set up our app on Facebook, in this lecture let's get the permissions from the user so that you can access his data from his Facebook account. So move ahead to index page, and firstly you need to copy the whole PHP SDK itself, and we can do that using a simple require statement. And here you just type the location of the Facebook PHP. And once you have done that, you need to supply a few details for it. So like app ID, and you need secret, that is app secret, and also you need the app URL for redirecting the user once he has done a successful authentication. And you can get the app ID from your dashboard here, and app secret as well. So app URL should be your canvas page, and once you have done that, you need to create a simple instance of the Facebook class so that you can access its methods, right? So let's create an instance of and you need to supply a few parameters. You need app ID, and you need secret. Now once you have done that, we'll get the user ID of the currently logged in user, and we can do that by using the simple get user function by PHP SDK itself. It returns the user ID of the currently logged in user who has granted the permissions for our app, and he is also logged in to Facebook account. And what if there is no user? What if the user has not logged in or he has not submitted the permissions? We can do a testing for that by using simple if statement to check whether the user exists, and if he is not, we'll move forward knowing that the user has granted the permissions, we can access his data. So once we know that user has not logged in, we can simply ask him to provide the permissions for our app, and we can do that by using the get login URL method. So, and it's also provided by Facebook PHP SDK itself. So here what it does is it returns the complete login URL from which we can get the permissions from the user, and we also need to pass the redirect URI, which is reference to our app URL, that is the canvas URL, where the user will be redirected once there is a successful authentication. And to actually perform the redirect, we can use the simple JavaScript which tells the top location of the document, that is the page, should redirect to the login URL. And once we know that the user is already logged in, we can try getting his details and catch the exceptions as well for debugging, and we'll just echo the and we'll set the user value to null. So here we'll try getting the information of the user, and let's make a simple API query, and let's give it to user details, and we can use the Facebook object, and I've already explained why we are going to use me, because it gets the details of the currently logged in user. It returns a multi-dimensional array, and you can access the objects or the details of that array by name. For example, you can get the, or we'll just echo out the username, and you're good to go. So go ahead, save that, and upload it to your server. So now once you have uploaded the file to your server, move ahead to your app URL, that is the canvas page, and it should redirect us to grant the permissions, and it's asking us to provide few public profile infos and also the friend list, and press OK. Now it should post the username of the currently logged in user, which is Gautam. Yeah, so this is how you're going to query through PHP and get the details of the currently logged in user. Now next lecture, let's get some more extended permissions from the user so that you can publish on his wall, you can get the email or ID of the user, and much more things.